Yesterday I received a letter from the Hamler High School Alumni, and they're inviting you to an alumni banquet on June 22nd. But you can't go
every year.
Yes, but this year they're honoring classes of 1934. You think you're a class of 1934? Think so? 1939 and every 5 years up to 1969 until the Patrick Henry consolidation. And I thought it would be fun to interview you about some of your high school memories. Do you remember any of the people in your high school graduating class?
Sure, I remember them. Most of them.
Do you?
Oh, I forgot to tell you, Esther Hunsicker. Add that to the list.
Esther Hunsicker?
Yeah.
And who else? Can you name them again? You gave them to me this morning.
Ellen Kinder, Helen Willard, Josephine Newton, Evelyn Feaster, Edna Brandt,
Norbert?
Anita Gilday. Don't forget her.
How was she any relation to Jack Gilday?
Cousin.
Okay. What about Norbert? Norbert Panning?
Norbert Panning.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Martin Meyer. Oh yes, Dwight Tawney.
Lawrence Kestner?
Oh, Lawrence Kestner. Ed Huber.
Catherine?
Catherine Dietrich.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And did Raymond Hagen, he was in your
No,
confirmation class?
He quit school. He was too smart.
Okay, all right. That's a good. Okay, who was your best friend in high school?
Evelyn Feaster.
And what did you girls do for fun?
Not much. She lived in the country. I lived in town.
Yeah, well, what?
She'd ride the bus.
Right. So, did you go out at night?
No, never.
Why?
Dad wouldn't let me.
Oh. And who was your dad? Well, what was his job?
He was a preacher.
Reverend Gottfried J. Ide. What was the name of the Lutheran church in Hamler?
St. Stephen's.
Ah. And who did you roller skate with for fun?
Janet Davis.
And you told me somebody else this morning.
Roller skating?
Margaret?
Margaret, no.
Margaret Jackman?
Oh, well, she lived out farther away.
Okay,
That was
all
more
right.
unusual.
So where did Janet Davis live?
Across the street.
And who was her dad?
Dr. Davis.
And who was her brother?
Louis Davis.
And what is the story of Louis Davis?
I don't know very much about it. I just know that he is very popular in the music field.
Yeah. Okay, Mom, we were talking about Louis Davis, and he went on to be a very popular band director, and his son's name is Chip Davis.
Yeah.
And Chip Davis is the leader of a very popular music group called Mannheim Steamroller.
Yeah, they know that.
They all know that, all right? Do you remember any of your teachers in high school?
Oh, yes. Some favorably and some not.
Who was the one you told me about this morning who wore the same clothes all the time?
Oh, I wouldn't ask. I wouldn't give her name if I knew it. Oh, the high school was old. One day we had a terrible windstorm. We thought the whole thing was coming in. The windows were all.
So, any other memories of high school?
No.
Do you remember
We did not have inside plumbing. We had outside.
In high school?
High school.
Well, you would.
Winter and summer.
Wow. What was your favorite class in high school?
My English class, I think.
You like English? Did they have art classes at that time in high school?
What kind?
Art?
No.
So all the art that you do now and the sewing that you do now, you learned on your own?
4-H.
4-H. Oh, so were you in 4-H in high school?
I don't know if that was in the summertime or not.
Okay.
Don't remember.
Ah, all right. Who was your 4-H leader? Remember? No, probably.
Mrs. Fry.
Oh,
Mrs. Fry.
Okay. Did she teach you to sew?
No, Mom taught me to sew.
What did she teach you?
She was the head of our 4-H club.
Okay.
Sewing club.
Right, right. What do you remember about your graduation ceremony? Anything?
No, everything was up in the fountain hall. Everything prior to graduation and all the things that go on.
Yeah.
And then I think baccalaureate was in the Lutheran church. Where was graduation? I don't know. I don't remember.
Huh. Was there an auditorium?
No.
No.
Had no such thing.
Oh, who was the valedictorian of your class?
Don't remember.
Wasn't you, huh?
I think no, heavens no. Catherine Dietrich, maybe.
Catherine Dietrich was the valedictorian. She was
I think
smart.
Maybe it was.
And do you remember the mascot for the Hamler High School?
Bulldogs.
Absolutely. Did they do any? Did they win any tournaments when you were in school?
I think so. I think they were always winning tournaments.
Yeah. Who were some of the basketball stars in your class?
Oh, I don't remember.
Well,
I don't know if there were very many in my class.
there were.
Norbert Panning did.
Did you have any friends that? Well, what friends did you have that stayed in Hamler? Most of them, or not?
You mean after graduation?
Yeah.
I don't really know what people did, what they did.
Okay.
I went to Bowling Green, and that was it.
After you left Bowling Green, you came back to Hamler?
That's one-room school.
You taught in a one-room school? Where was that?
About 3 miles out of town.
Well, how did you get there?
Had to have a car.
And how'd you get a car?
Dad bought me a little Chevy.
You called it the Tin Lizzie, but what was her name? You gave her a name.
Did I call her? I don't remember. Oh, yes, Josephine.
Yeah, yeah. Who warmed in the winter? How did you keep the How did you keep the classroom warm?
One of the boys, 8th grade, kept the stove going.
Would he go out before you got there?
No, he'd build a fire early in the morning, and then during the day he would keep it going.
Oh, okay. Do you remember who that was?
I don't want to forget anybody. I know Reynold Durford did it.
Oh, Reynold Durford?
Who else did it? I don't remember who else did it.
Well, do you remember the names of any of the families that were in that one-room school that you taught in Hamler?
Well, I was in 2 different one-room schools.
Well, you gave me
The
some
one I
names.
remember was 3 years. Durford. Punches.
Orthwines?
Orthwine. No, not Bishop.
Brubaker.
Brubaker.
Meyer?
Orthwine.
Been living at that time during the Depression. Do you have any memories of that?
No, the whole thing was
Very quiet?
quiet.
Were people hungry?
I don't remember that.
Because maybe you were in a farming community and you could sort of,
Oh, when you're in the farming community, you're lucky.
you're lucky in time of a depression, right? Yeah. So no memories of anything bad happening during the Depression? No?
No, forget those things.
Yeah, you try to, don't you? You don't need to remember those things. What about, were people still Was everybody driving a car in 1934, or were some people still horsing, horse and buggying?
Well, I learned.
I know you did. Well, how long did it take you to learn to drive Josephine?
1 week.
Yep. And that was because you had to get to the school.
The car wasn't bought until then. I had to do it that quickly.
And you basically taught yourself?
I never had any problems.
Okay. Independent woman from the beginning. Yeah. Remember, how many brothers did you have?
6.
And 1 sister, right?
Yeah.
And all but Paul and Ruthie have passed away. But her brothers were William, Henry, Julian, then Mom. Julius, then Mom, then Carl, then Martin, then Paul, then Ruthie. Paul and Ruthie and Mom remain. Paul and Ruthie and you are the 3 siblings that are still alive. And when did you meet Dad? When did you meet Paul Schlotterbeck?
School.
At a teacher's meeting?
Oh, yes, I suppose.
Yeah. He leaned over and he said to Irv Flory, "I'm going to marry that girl." He told me that story.
He told you that. I don't know if that's true or not.
So, after high school, you went straight to BGSU.
Yep.
But right now, what Ohio team is your favorite team?
Now?
Yeah.
Ohio State.
Does that have anything to do with the fact that your husband went to Ohio State?
No, husband and brothers.
And son.
Son.
Yeah. Your daughter was a rebel. So, any other memories you want to share about high school years? Oh, shops. What shops were downtown Hamler?
Stores, grocery store. That's it.
What was the name of the grocery store?
Bar Heights.
Bar Heights?
Yeah. Bar Heights Grocery.
Are you sure?
Oh, there was a Brant's Grocery for a while. There was a meat market that also was a grocery. Oh, it was a wonderful shopping.
Did you walk down to the stores and buy stuff for your mom?
Yeah, sure. Run down and get me some salt. Run down and get me some pepper or something.
Okay.
We were running back and forth all the time.
Where did you get her clothes?
Where did you get your clothes?
Some from Finley, some from Napoleon.
And you sewed most of them, didn't you?
Oh yeah, we sewed.
And are you still sewing?
Oh sure.
She sews quilt tops for Lutheran World Relief and turns in between 6 and 10 a month. She and her companions help her with cutting squares. You have anything else you'd like to say to all the folks in Hamler?
Hi.
All right, we're signing off for Elizabeth Ide Schlotterbeck.
Edie.
Okay, we're signing off with Elizabeth Edie Schlotterbeck. Hi everyone, my name is Chris Campbell, but when I lived in Ohio for the first 18 years of my life, anybody in Hamler knew me as Chrissy Schlotterbeck.
And I'm Jim Schlotterbeck.
We hope you all have a wonderful reunion time. Bye.